Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a weekly TV show called Team Chicago Challenge. My website is teamchicago.tv, teamchicago.tv. My email is teamdan45@gmail.com, and I'd love to hear from my audience. So I'm at Brown County Dragway, the Studebaker National. I mean, we are in Indiana. Indiana is the home. South Bend, Indiana is where the Studebakers were built. Studebakers were some of the high-performance cars before. Studebaker was building muscle cars before the term of muscle cars was even created. So we got some great cars. I'm going to talk to some of these owners. We're going to look at them go down the drag strip. It's only an 8-mile drag strip. It's a beautiful facility here, and I'm having a great time. So let's go check out what's going on at Brown County Dragway. We're with the Studebaker Nationals. And don't forget my email, teamdan45@gmail.com. As we spot Ted Harvin's restored Studebaker truck on the line, it's Ted Harvin on the near lane. He's in that 63 Daytona Studebaker with a 289 R2 engine, meaning it is supercharged. In the far lane, it is a 1979 Avanti 2, meaning it is a Chevy-powered Avanti. An Avanti built after the Studebaker company shut down, but still an Avanti. As they line up, we're running on an 8th mile, 8 miles approximately. Off the line with the fast reaction time is Ted Harvin in the far lane. That is Rick Donahue. Rick Donahue turns 9.05 at 82 miles per hour. Ted turned 9.36. Now we're looking at a 63 Avanti with the 289 Studebaker engine. This is an R2, meaning it is supercharged. We're looking at Chuck Kern. Good reaction time off the line. This turns at 988 at 72 miles per hour. And now we're looking at a beautiful 53 Studebaker Commander or Starliner. This is Chevy powered. It is Joe Donahue. Got a small block Chevy and a 4-speed. He's taking his son Josh for a ride down to 8th mile. The 8th mile is approximately 1 city block. He turns 8.63 at 81 miles per hour. Now we're seeing Larry Kennedy in the Hudson against the 46 Studebaker. That is Sam Magic in the far lane. The straight 6 Hudson turns at 12.19 at 55 miles an hour. The 46 Stube turns 9.77 at 73 miles per hour. And now we've got a GT Hawk in the near lane and an AMC American Motors Gremlin in the far lane. AMC with a 401 cubic inch engine turns a 915 at 65 miles per hour. The GT Hawk turned a 1156 at 56 miles per hour. Now we're looking at the Super Stude or the Super Baker. That is Steve Greer with his hot rod turning at 8.1 at 86 miles per hour. Now we spot Chuck Kearns one more time with that R2 Avanti, 100% Studebaker built in South Bend, Indiana. It is supercharged. And he turns a 1048 at 69 miles per hour. Back in the pits, I had a chance to look at this 51 Hudson Super 6 and talk to the owner, Larry Kennedy.
Hi, I'm Larry Kennedy. I'm here with the Orphan car drags with my 51 Hudson Super 6 Club Coupe. It's really parts of my original Hudson I bought when I was 12 years old. It's been a drag car since the early 70s. Started racing here back in 1972 with the other car. Rebodied the car in 1989 after a towing accident, and just been having fun with this car for 30 years. Been running it down here for 30 years and haven't broken it yet. The Hudsons really are durable cars.
So tell me about the engine.
The car is a 51 Super 6 Club Coupe, which originally would have had a 262 cubic inch engine in it, but now has a 56 Hudson Hornet engine in it that's ported and gasket match ported and relieved. It's got
it's a flathead engine,
yeah,
though, right?
It's 308 cubic inch. It's 60 over. It's got a Eddie Edmonds 2 barrel setup on it with 2 Packard carburetors, some Clifford headers, an Isky full race cam. Makes about 220 horsepower.
So one thing about these cars that I learned recently, that they were unibody cars, right?
Correct. Yeah, Hudson was the first real unibody car, and what was really revolutionary about them was that the floorboards are attached to the bottom of the frame rail instead of the top, which of course gave them a lower center of gravity, and they can handle better than, you know, most cars of the 1960s. If you look, the floor is attached to the bottom of the frame.
So what's a car like this worth?
This car's probably $20,000.
I mean, it's really clean, and it runs. It's really clean. It runs fast.
Oh yeah, well, it runs. You know, it's the road out the strip out here today is like ice. It's so hot. You know, it's all tar.
Right.
I just ran, I don't know, high 11s there. I can get down to about 11 flat, which, you know, it's a 200 horsepower car that weighs 3,500 pounds. So, you know, it's a blast, and I've driven it all over the country. I just looked at the odometer a while ago. I put 11,000 miles on it in the last 30 years since it's been together in this configuration. Pull out the overdrive knob, run it down the drag strip.
Right.
Thank you, Larry. And in that run, we're looking at it again. We see the Hudson up against the 46 Studebaker. They've turned a respectable 977 at 73 miles per hour, and I had a chance to talk to the owner.
Hi, I'm Sam Matchett from Columbus, Ohio. I run autocross with a 46 Studebaker Champion. This is the first outing for it at a drag strip. I'm reasonably pleased with it because it's not set up for drag racing, it's set up for autocross.
Do you do autocross, huh?
I was a Good Guys hot rod class champion last year, points champion.
Very good.
Yeah, entered 4 events, won 3.
Thank you, Sam. And now we're looking at the 64 Studebaker Challenger that belongs to Richard Poe. Richard Poe is the man behind this event right here at Brown County Dragway. 8-mile track located just south of Indianapolis. Off the line, he's got a board and stroke Studebaker powered Challenger, and he turns a very respectable 730 at 93 miles per hour. As Joe Donahue comes back with that 53 Studebaker, I missed his run. Now we're looking at that Hudson, the 51 Hudson, against the Studebaker, which is a 63 Lark with a Chevy engine. This is going to be a handicap start, meaning the Hudson on the left will get the green light first, and 2 seconds later, the Studebaker will then get the light. So it would be a 2-second advantage given to the Hudson. Studebaker's off the line trying to chase down that Hudson. Studebaker red lighted the Hudson turn of 56 mile per hour and 12 seconds flat. As we see Richard Poe come back with that board and stroke Studebaker that is carbureted. And now we're looking at that 53 Studebaker up against the 46 Studebaker. We got Joe Donahue on the left and Sam Magic on the right. 46 Stu turns a 962 at 72 miles per hour. The 53 Stu turned a 10 flat at 76 miles per hour. As we see the Studebaker returning to the pits, I spot this 55 Studebaker Commander, and the owner, Larry Donahue, one of the Donahue brothers, drove all the way from Los Angeles to compete at the Studebaker National Drags.
Hello, I'm Larry Donahue. I drove my car here to the Studebaker Drag Nationals from Los Angeles, California. This is my car here. I'm here with my two brothers. I'm the better looking of the three brothers. My car has a 350 Chevy Corvette engine, 385 horsepower. It's got a 700 R4 transmission, but it blew up on me today. So I have to fix my car and somehow get home. But it's a great day.
So maybe you got to just get in fourth gear and drive all the way home in fourth gear, huh?
I've got no gears,
Oh,
zero, not even parking.
So it's a clutch?
I believe it's the main shaft on the transmission.
Is this
It's an automatic
automatic? Right.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
good luck.
Well, my brothers have trailers, but I do not, so
Right.
they will help me out.
Thank you, Larry. And now we're looking at the 79 Avanti, and I had a chance to talk to Rick Donahue.
Rick Donahue, Janesville, Wisconsin. Got a 79 Avanti 2, got a 383 Jegs motor in it, the Turbo 400, got 390 Posi with flanged axles on the back. My son ran it fastest today, he got over 80 miles an hour at the big end. I look forward to this event every year. I get here, I can't stop smiling. When I get home, my face hurts because I smiled all day long. It's great, everybody should come. Can't beat it.
I'm Daniel Donahue. This is Rick Donahue's son. I am from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Drove down here for the races. This is a 1979 Studebaker Avanti 2. It's my dad's car. He's had it for as long as I was alive. He actually took me home from the hospital in it. But we're here in Indiana, Bean Blossom. This is my second time coming to the races. My dad and his brothers all come here. It's a lot of fun.
So what do you think of the strip?
I like the strip, it's cool. It's only 8 mile, but we can get going pretty quick on it. They've got good announcers up there. They do a good job.
Thank you, Rick and Dan. As we look at the Chevy-powered Avanti 2. Now, these cars were built after the Studebaker plant shut down in South Bend. They still continue to build Avantis, and the people that own these Avantis are accepted by all Avanti owners. In fact, they put out a great magazine for Avanti owners. As we spot this 63 Hawk GT, I should point out that at Bonneville back in 1963, these Hawk GTs with the R3 engines went over 160 miles an hour on the salt flats in Utah. And now we're looking at the 53 Studebaker, probably the most aerodynamic car, not only made in America, but in the entire world in 1953. And I had a chance to get a comment from the owner, Joe Donahue.
Joe Donahue and Josh Donahue, 1953 Studebaker Commander, and we're from Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Yes, Joe, you have got a beautiful 53 Studebaker. Because it's the V8, it's a Starliner Commander, the most aerodynamic car, and I believe this is the showstopper at the 2020 Studebaker National Drags. You can see there's plenty of room under the hood for this small block Chevy engine. You could probably even fit a big block Chevy engine. You see he's got a 4-speed on the floor, a great looking car. Yes, I think this is probably one of the best looking cars built in the 1950s. And I did own a 57 Chevy also, but none of those cars were as aerodynamic as these 53, 54 Studes. And I found a picture of a 54 Stude that looks just like the one that my dad had, the first car I ever drove, a 1954 Studebaker Starliner Champion, because we only had a 6-cylinder engine in that car. And now we're looking at the AMC Gremlin in the far lane. This car turned a very respectable 9.15 with that 401 engine, and I had a chance to talk to the owner of that AMC Gremlin, Sam Mundy.
Sam Mundy. I'm from Mitchell, Indiana, driving a 74 Gremlin with a 401 in it, and it's not running very good today, but it's a nice track. Good place to go if my car was running better.
Thank you, Sam. And now we get to see another go-around. 2 Studebakers lined up doing the burnout. We've got Joe Donahue in the 53 Studebaker with a Chevy engine, small block Chevy and a 4-speed. In the far lane, that is Richard Poe. He's in that 64 Challenger. He's got the board and stroke Studebaker engine that is just carbureted. As they line up, this is a classic run down this 8-mile strip, Brown County Dragway, just south of Indianapolis, off the line. Richard Poe had the better reaction time. Richard Poe turns 735 at 92 miles per hour. Joe Donahue turned 8.61 at 80 miles per hour. What a great run. And now we're spot Dan Donahue in that 1979 Avanti, Chevy powered Avanti 2. This is the son of Rick Donahue. Chevy powered with an automatic. He has a reaction time of 0.65 going down this 8-mile in 8.26 seconds, turning 88 miles per hour. This is now the 3rd fastest car for the day. And now we're looking at Chuck Kearns with that Avanti 1963 R2. His best time of the day was a 988 at 72 miles per hour. And earlier I had a chance to talk to Chuck Kearns, and he's going to tell me about this original Avanti.
Chuck Kern, Martinsville, Indiana. Got the car in 05, and the car doesn't look any different, but it's got about $15,000 after I bought it from a guy in eastern Indiana up by Auburn. And anyway, it was leaking like an oil, like a sieve. We pulled the engine, transmission, and rebuilt the motor. My son actually rebuilt the motor, redid the suspension, and now it drives really good. And we've done a few little things on the inside of the engine, but it's still basically stock. R3 valves, R3 headers, stock headers, and factory supercharger's been rebuilt. Had to get, this is the 3rd torque converter before I found one that put out the 2,200 pounds of stall, because the car wouldn't take off. Right now, I'm having a little trouble taking off because the new carburetor is sticking a little bit. And this is the first time I've had it out with the new carburetor. This is an R2, which is factory supercharged.
Right.
And when we first got it, it turned a 15.5. Now it has turned a 13.89 at 103 miles an hour up in Michigan. And it's turned a couple of 13-second runs. But mostly it turns 14.1. Always pretty much at 100 mile an hour flat.
Thank you, Chuck. And now we're looking at the Studebaker. This car belongs to Steve Greer, and his best time was a 7:85 with this wonderful Studebaker.
Hi, I'm Steve Greer from Goshen, Indiana. Come down to the Studebaker meet for some fun, and which we've had in the years past also. I brought my Studebaker. It's a 1963 Lark Regal, and it's built by my own two hands in my home shop. And lost my train of thought looking at that Camaro leaving. Okay, powered by a small block Chevy engine, which some of the guys down here don't like so much, but you know, I do it because that's a real affordable setup. For me, and being retired, I have to kind of watch my money sometimes. So, yeah, it's 388 cubic inches, so it's board and stroke. I run on E85 fuel. I forget the name of the camshaft, but it's a 575 both ways. And Holly carburetor on a Victor Jr. manifold and Rodex Pro 1 heads.
So what's the best you've done on a quarter mile?
Quarter mile. 1265. 1265 at about 108 miles an hour.
Thank you, Steve. And now we get to see Richard Poe's 64 Studebaker Challenger, the host of this event. And I finally had a chance to talk to Richard Poe.
Okay, my name is Richard Poe. My wife and I put on the Studebaker National Drag races here in Bean Blossom, Indiana. We started doing it back in 13 years ago, just for fun, to get Studebakers together and make some passes. I live near here in Bean Blossom, or in Gnawbone, Indiana. This is Bean Blossom where the track is. We moved down here after I retired from General Motors in Wisconsin. My wife does most of the work in this ready, but we do this every year, and it's a lot of work, but we love doing it. We meet a lot of good people. It's just a great time. So,
tell me about the car.
Okay, this is a 1964 Studebaker Challenger. Of course, people don't associate Studebaker with Challenger. They only made it from model introduction to when they went out of production in December. So they only made a few of them. This was originally a 6-cylinder car. It's a 2-door post. It's the cheapest model you could get. It has an optional chrome here. The extra sun visor is optional, which I don't have. It only has one armrest. So it's just basically taxi cab, police car, utility car. This engine was originally a 289 out of a 62. And I bored it out 140 over, stroked it to 4 inches, so it's a 344. It has the stock. It has the Studebaker cam. It's an R1 cam. Now, I had Iski grind to my specifications. It's got like 570 lift on the exhaust and about 560 on the intake. It's got a lot of duration. It's got a 264 and 280 or 258 on the exhaust and intake. Standard shift. 5th gear is direct drive, 1-to-1. So a couple years ago, I had gears made for it so that I could run 4th gear on the 8th mile and 5th gear on the 4th. It'll run very low 7s and 8s right now. I think I can hit a high 6. From a standing start, it'll go 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. So you get a lot of pull, the Studebaker engine has a lot of low end torque. Gets off the line real good. I don't want to put a blower on it or anything because people say you can't make a non-supercharged Studebaker work. That's not true at all.
Thank you, Richard. As we see this 1954 Starliner Commander, because it is a V8, and we're watching Ted Harbit loading his stewed tomato. Now, Ted's best time was an 8.84 at 81 miles per hour. He's got that beautiful restored Studebaker truck. The fastest car for today was Richard Poe. He had that 64 Challenger 730 at 93 miles per hour. Steve Gear with the 63 Lark went 785 at 87 miles per hour. Dan Donahue with the 79 Avanti doing an 826 at 88 miles per hour. I feel I'm on Studebaker Highway because I've got that Daytona in front of me, and I got a 57 Studebaker Golden Hawk behind me. Of the Donahue boys, it was young Dan who had the best time at 8:26. His dad Rick went 8:38, and his uncle Joe with the 53 Commander did a 8.61. For more information on the Studebaker National Drags, you can always email Richard Poe at roseridgepoe@att.net. Brown County Dragway on Facebook, go to Brown County Dragway. To contact me, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. I love to hear from my audience. Remember to always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action.